You know what's amazing about this channel, right? Is that so I've been doing, been in the game for a little while. DVDs, I put out like about 25 DVDs in my processor, and I always keep my ears to the ground, And so I've always heard your name, right? So this young brother over here, Bells, right? Belly Bells, right? We was talking about the art and the culture of hip hop, right? And we were just talking about lyrics, and we were just talking about what's currently out, So, when I did my homework, I immediately, and you were just coming home, but like I said, I heard of it prior. But me, I keep my ears to the ground, so I said, I gotta get him in my interview series, And so I looked at the music, right? But I also looked at the consistency. And for me, consistency is so much of a plus, right? Because you came back out and immediately put your foot on their neck. With certain individuals, just when there's a hiatus, despite it being health, prison, whatever the situation may be, they'll try to come back in the game, right? But they come back in with just hate. You came out, let the world know, listen, I'm back, man.
Yeah.
How was that process, man, of just transitioning back into it?
Well, I ain't really let myself leave from it. You know what I mean? Even though I was gone, I was removed from the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I was still in the situation because I constantly thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Every day, like even when in the jail cell, I was like thinking about the game. I was constantly, my mind never left it. I was constantly, submerged myself in it.
Right.
So when the doors open, it was just, you know what I mean?
Right.
Some people, when they go in jail, they start, they remove themselves out of the whole situation and they just be in jail.
Right.
And, they be playing cards and they just submerge themselves inside the jail shit.
Mm-hmm.
I never was in the jail shit, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even in.
Right.
I was just preparing for the doors to open.
Right.
It wasn't like I was doing 10 years,
right.
18 years. I was doing, although it was a long time, I was doing 16-month violation.
Right.
But I knew that the gates was gonna open, and when the gates open, it's just really dependent on my grind, the work that I put in, you know what I'm saying? So when the gates open, I just started running.
So Johnny, right? So let's rewind it somewhat, right? Now 16 months, right? I don't want to get caught up on that, but in 16 months, the culture, right? I want to go back to the culture. It changes, right? From month to month, the sound, it in some form of fashion it remains the same. To some form of fashion, it gives you a bunch of everything, right? How did you calculate, right, your level of saying, you know what? Do I fall into what's currently going on, right? Or do I remain China, music-wise? How was that a gamble for you? Because you know how some individuals, they'll try to do what's going on right now.
Yeah. I think, see, here's the thing, when people be like, yo, China Mac is like, I'm not in a box, you know what I'm saying? So I do whatever I feel like doing at the particular time. Like I'm an artist, so whatever the music speaks to me, if I hear something, I like it, and whatever I choose to speak on, and whatever flow I choose to come out with, it's not like I want to be like, or I want to sound like anybody, that's just what came out.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I experiment, I do different shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I have a principle with my shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that principle is?
I mean, I can't never do, like, I'm New York, you know what I'm saying? So, I grew up where the bars, like, what you're saying, the message is important. So I'm never gonna leave that. So my flow might change on certain shit, you know what I'm saying? But my principle will always be there, you feel me?
I get it.
And at the end of the day, this is a music business. You know what I'm saying? This is not like if we just wanted to, just do it for the sport and do it for the whatever, I just stand on the block and do it all day. You know what I mean? I'm here trying to make bread.
Right.
I'm trying to stay out of prison. I'm trying to feed my family. I'm trying to remove me and my peoples out of this situation, whatever the current situation we in right now. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I look at this like it's a business, and I move accordingly. But at the end of the day, like I said, I have a principle.
Of course.
So I won't.
There's but so much strain.
Yeah, I won't go against my principle, but I will treat this like a business.
Right. Now, so I was looking at the IG the other day and it pops up. You were in Coney Island, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about this concept that's going on right now, man.
Oh.
No, it has to be known, man. I like it. I said I like this.
Yeah. It's a what was it? Flash mob. Yeah, flash mob performances. So the idea is, you know, we let our people know, we let our my fans and my supporters know where we going, and we just pull up on the block. Like if you're in Brooklyn and you be like, yo, I want you to come on Brooklyn. I pull up on the block. I pull up in the 90s. I pull up in the Bush. You know what I'm saying? I pull up on East New York. I don't give a fuck. I pull up anywhere. So like, you know, that's where my fans is at. I pull up right there on the block and I perform. You know what I mean? I went to Coney Island. I performed. So I had people that knew me that came out to see me, but I also had a whole bunch of other people that didn't know who I was. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm big on, if I'm not getting booked, like if I'm not getting what I want, you know what I'm saying? If things aren't happening for me the way I feel like it should be happening, then I go and make it happen.
Create direction. I love this.
You feel me?
And so I do, and this is why I wanted to do this, right? Because the non-traditional approach, right? So now we at a point where everybody tries to stick to, right, the same formula, right? So as you stated, if I'm not getting booked, I have no time to be frustrated, right, about why they are not booking me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna book myself, right,
Yeah.
and recreate, right, the level of what's going on.
Yeah.
You see what you said now? What I'm also hearing and what I'm seeing, right, is that you separated yourself away from ego. Dudes will say, pull up on and perform. Hell no, man, you crazy as a motherfucker, right? Excuse my language, but when I seen that, I mean, it just added on to me being, right, a fan of not just the music, but the grind, you know? How was that? How did y'all come about with that? Was it just you or was it the team?
Nah, it was my idea. I read about flash mobs in jail. Like I read about it in a magazine and shit, but it wasn't about hip hop. It was like about other shit, like dancing, flash mob. So I'm like, that'd be fire. So then I came out here, I'm like, alright, that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and me is like, you know, I gotta be proactive. I gotta, you know, I got a military grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I gotta be pushing this shit. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this is what I want to do. I can't half-ass this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta go and I gotta force myself on people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I do it whatever I could do to the best of my ability. A lot of people, you know, I don't have the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Motherfuckers got the bag. You know, they could put themselves in positions or whatever. I don't have the bag. But what I do, I have a grind. You know what I mean? I got the talent, I got a hustle, I got ambition, I got drive. You know what I'm saying? I got determination. You know what I mean? That's what I got. And sometimes that shit is gonna be worth more than the bag. You know what I mean? Because I love give it to the bag.
I love this, man. He talking that chalk. Is he talking something, Belly? Oh man, I got this young boy over here listening, man. I want him to stay purposely. But you know, we're gonna edit that, Belly. I ain't gonna put your name in there like that. But but you know, so now that I hear this, right? Are you at a point where if a large label, right, said they wanted to sign you, right, would you immediately jump at it, or would you remain independent?
I won't immediately do nothing. You know what I'm saying? What I immediately do is just look at the situation and, you know, take my time and making a decision. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I won't automatically turn it down, because at the end of the day, you know, this is a young man's game, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not, you know, I'm not old, but, you know, I'm one of those clock, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be 40 rapping, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I gotta get to this, I gotta get to my situation. So whatever vehicle, but rapping was not my end all be all. You know
right, we'll talk.
I do a whole lot of other shit.
And we'll talk about that.
But so if a label were to come and it makes sense, and they're talking what I want to talk, they're talking that what I feel like is my market, and they'll help me tap into that market more than how I can, and they can skyrocket, they can push it, propel me, then I'm with it, you know what I'm saying? It just depends. It really depends what they talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if I was 21, 22, then I'll say I'll stay independent.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I got the time.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right,
I got the time.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
I spent a lot of time in prison. So right now, I just got to do, I'm not saying I was signed to a major. I'm just saying all options is going to be looked at right now.
Right, and I'm glad that there was some clarity on that. You know, I think that in this day and time, because the autonomy of having, you know, a computer, right, where it has access to a slew of different types of musical outlets where you can push your music, you know, with time, as you say, you know, I'm on that clock, you know. I can still do that, right? And still gain a few dollars, right? And still keep my creativity.
Yeah.
I think that with a lot of individuals that, you know, are on that line, right? Where they're like, well, I'm not 25, I'm 31. You know what I mean? Where do I go? How do I, excuse me. So you know, so hearing that, man, you know, people want to know that, you know what I mean? You come out with a sound, right? So let's get back to that, what was it? I like that title.
The Flash Mob.
Flash Mob. Are you currently still doing Flash Mob? Because you just say you just came from Philly.
Yeah, I mean, I would have did it this weekend, but I'm going to North Carolina this weekend to do a show, to do some video shoots and shit. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as I come back, we getting right back to it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep on doing them. You know what I mean? Because you know that, and that's my niche. I'm gonna carve out my own niche. You know what I'm saying? I know other people gonna jack it once. You know, but hey, that's what it is. That's what great things are for. You know what I'm saying? They're to be shared. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm out here too. I'm out here to contribute. So if I come out with an idea that's a good idea, then I contribute. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, if I see another good idea from somebody else, I'll take it too. Like, you know, we contribute. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right.
That's what this is about.
How has the reception been? You know, because now once again you're just pulling up. You know what I mean? Of course you do light promo or heavy promo prior. Has it, you know, people been receptive to that?
Well, we only did it one time.
Okay.
So people don't really know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can't say the turnout was super crazy, but we did have a turnout. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's what I'm saying. And I like that. I like the fact that sometimes it's not what you want, right?
Yeah.
But when you get it, even if it's 4 people came.
But it's 4 people came, but then you had 50 other motherfuckers that were just walking by.
Right.
See, but you wasn't there, so we shot footage of it. What I did was, I had my team with me, you know what I'm saying? It was like 15, 20 of us. So we already looked like we might be, you know what I'm saying? So people's gonna stop. So I had like 3, 4 girls, they had my cards, you know what I mean? We had the motherfucking, you know, paper. You could sign, put your email address on there, so we came to work.
Right.
I mean, everybody that passed by, pull them over. You know what I'm saying? Yo, boom, 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 you heard the China Mac? And that's the mix. So now, yeah, 4 people, 5 people, 10 people might have came out to see me, but 50 people walked by with a car. 50 people, you know, was like, who the fuck is this Chinese dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, boom, boom. And somebody gave him a card, pull up on his IG, whatever. So I made impressions, and that's all it's about. Even if I make 10 impressions, those impressions turn into, you know, it's an army. You know what I'm saying? I'm building an army right now. You know what I mean? So like every person that I get from a show, from an interview, from whatever, it's just another soldier in my army.
There you go. Regarding you've done a lot of songs with a lot of well-known artists.
Yeah, shout out Young and May. I'm about to shoot a video with Young and May this Tuesday.
He working.
Yeah.
Besides Young and May, give me some other artists that you would like to actually you know, work with. And remember, once again, y'all, this is he's doing it independent.
Yeah, I got my eyes on Tory Lanez. I got my eyes on motherfucking French Montana. You know what I mean? I got my eyes on A Boogie. I'm definitely gonna do a joint with A Boogie. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B. You know, I speak shit in existence. Motherfuckers be like, yo, I was talking about Dave East. Me and Dave East did a song. So I didn't know who Dave East was. You know what I'm saying? I walked in the studio and shit. Somebody was playing this shit like, yo, he's popping, he's hot right now. Boom. So I looked at this shit. I'm like, some kind of hot. You know what I mean? I'm like, so that night I did a song. So I was like, I'm gonna get Dave East on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And 2 weeks later, the same guy that introduced me to his music video, I brought him in the studio. I brought Davey. I didn't know this dude from a hole in the wall. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I didn't know how to get in contact with him, but I got him. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I said all that to say, I will shit into existence. You know what I'm saying? Because my fucking energy is like, you know, this shit's meant to happen. You know what I'm saying?
I can respect it.
Happen already.
And you have to be that way in this day, and especially in what's currently going on now. Right now, it's a lot of distortion in the game right now. You know what I mean? There's a lot of frustration. There's also, you know, you say a lot of different names, right? I don't know if do you line yourself up with certain artists because they're lyrically inclined, right? Or is it because they have the ears of the people today?
Both.
You You know, a lot of times people will be like, nah, man, you know, it's just only one, man. I mean,
bro,
it's all business.
It has to make sense. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's business, but at the same time, it has to fit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at business, everything has to make sense.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? McDonald's isn't gonna team up with fucking, you know. Yeah, it's just everything has to make sense. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's the same thing with music. You gotta make sense with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you're making these chess moves has to make sense. You don't fucking go from here to over there. You gotta take steps, and they have
It has to be strategic.
Everything has to be strategic. Everything has to be, you know, like in order and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Give me some business ventures that you were talking about a little earlier that you wanted to, you know, talk about.
I do my acting shit. I'm on Respect Life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on the first episode, but I'm on the next 8 episodes.
Okay.
I don't know how many episodes. Pardon, excuse me. Boom, I'm sorry, brother. I don't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm there for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Boom told me that, you know, I got a really good, you know, like a response. And I was only there for like a minute. You know, and but everybody hitting them like, oh, you got China Mac, like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? So he like, yo, you know, like you definitely gonna be litty on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be on that shit for a little bit. I do acting. I actually think I act better than I rap. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm lining everything up for. And plus I'm a businessman. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, every time I'm doing music, but at the same time I'm lining up shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing music here, but then when I see opportunities come, I grab them shits and I put them over here.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying?
So give me some of them opportunities. Besides acting, besides music, is there any other business ventures that you?
I got a pet store. I own a pet store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they need the people that need to understand this.
I own a studio. You know what I mean? I got a couple Airbnb apartments.
So,
you know what I'm saying? You know, I do what I do, man.
No, and let me state this, man. Like I said, once again, as an artist, right? Sometimes people that are watching this want to know about this. So, you know, a lot of times the artists will come up here and they'll just talk about music, right? Yeah. But remember, you have a slew of different eyes on you that will want to know that if this doesn't work for me, right, then I have something to fall back on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't look at it like that. This is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? That I burnt my boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is gonna work. It's either this or nothing. But at the same time, I'm preparing for, you know what I'm saying? Like, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is all shit I learned in jail. I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you have money coming in all different type of angles and don't have to be everything the same thing. You put it in different baskets, you know what I'm saying? And then if money is being generated in each basket, even if it's $5, even if it's $100, you know what I'm saying? That's money coming in. You got 7 lanes, you got 10, 15, you got lanes coming in. That's money, you know what I'm saying?
Clearly.
Every week you pick up that fucking bag, you know what I'm saying? So that's different type of things. You know, I look for low investment, you know what I'm saying? Shit I don't gotta put too much money into, and I look for residual income, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm looking at.
Man, I love it. He wears a lot of hats, but he makes a lot of sense. He ain't talking just gibberish. You know, some artists, I'm no knocking, but they'll talk gibberish or whatever, and it doesn't make a lot of sense, man. Financially and just putting out in the air, sometimes it just be pollution.
Yeah. I made my time work for me. I did 10 years in the can, you know what I'm saying? So I breathe, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I wasn't watching TV, I wasn't, you know, I was in my cell reading, making sure everything good. So now I'm on point, like, I'm ready, you know what I'm saying? So whenever that position move, whenever those opportunities come, I'm available and I'm able to really maximize on those motherfucking.
I'm about to deviate right now, China. You know, as you stated, this Chinese cat, right? People like looking, right? And when you first embarked on it in the hip hop game, do you think that you had to work harder? Right? Because right there's the stereotyping, you know?
Yeah, I don't really look at that. You got a lot of Asian rappers out there that be like crying, like, oh, the game don't want to let Asian motherfuckers in. I don't have that problem. I don't feel like I got that problem. I don't even want to bring that problem into my existence.
Right, which is
you know what I'm saying? I don't complain about shit. If motherfuckers ain't jacking me, then that means I'm doing something wrong. I gotta be doing something different. I gotta recalibrate my shit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't fucking cry. You know what I'm saying? Let the bitches cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just finesse. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, if it ain't working, then team, we gotta recalibrate this shit. We gotta we doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. I don't waste no time crying. But I hear it like, yo, like Asian motherfuckers is not letting us in. You know what I'm saying? They not letting us in or whatever. But I never had that issue. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm a hood motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't, like I walk in the spot, they might look at me like, fuck is this Chinese dude? But as soon as I start moving and I start talking and I start like, alright, that's genuine.
Yeah.
and that's why I get the looks I get. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't faking. You know what I mean? Like whatever I'm talking, I'm not rehearsing this shit. Ain't nobody in my fucking ear telling me, yo, do this, do that, do that.
Right.
Nah, this shit is real. Like this is really me. Like you know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, because I have that, I don't have to worry about nothing else.
Well, in closing, man, this needs. I mean, I don't want to put you on Front Street, but I do need some balls, man.
You need some balls.
I like this. You need some balls.
I
don't even want to be in there, man. Come on, man.
I remember nights in the Ford building. Now I'm in the Porsche chilling. Squad with me and they all killers, all villains. Enough bullets kill a small village. I catch a body in the court building, off with them. Somebody better talk to him, put him to sleep like cough syrup. All my homies down to raise the murder rate. Hit you in your vertebrae, dip around the corner, throw the burn away. Never been the type to let no drama slide. Catch you, that's a homicide. I can sing a lullaby, that's a rap. Go to sleep whenever the code is breached. My weapon unloading on them, they pulling over the sheets. Stretches rolling the streets, the sirens blare. Whenever my iron flare, I'll leave you dying there, the pioneer. Nobody better than, not by a long shot. They sleeping on me, but I set the alarm clock. Loop the beat, Houston, we have a problem. I'm on the road, came a long way from the bottom. I'm hot now, they saying China Mag about to pop now. Hymns from the street, got my bars reaching Moscow. They flop now, I used to be on lockdown. I'm still wildin', I'm illmatic, I'm God's child. Going full speed in the drop and can't stop now. Learned from the school of hard knocks and never dropped out. Whoa, it's going down how I called it. Candy rappers milking the game, I had to spoil it. All that shit talking you do, I flushed the toilet. My track record like Mona Lisa is looking flawless. New York, we taking a win. And if the doors ain't open, then we breaking it in. Took a couple L's, but I always pray for the win. And I been nice since my mama made me, you dead? You know what I'm saying?
Love it, I love it, I love it.